Welcome back in Alive Now. I'm Austin Westfall, taking a live look at Austin, Texas. Texas's state capital. Looks like they got either the night mode on or something. Looks like we got a black and white image of downtown Austin coming through tonight. Let's talk about redistricting. Texas Democrats are moving closer to ending a nearly 2-week walkout that has blocked the GOP's redrawing of U.S. House maps before the 2026 election. The Democrats announcing that they'll return if Texas Republicans end a special session and California releases its own redrawn map proposal, both of which, by the way, are expected to happen on Friday. Texas lawmakers are considering a new map that could help them send 5 more Republicans to Washington. California, meanwhile, their governor, Gavin Newsom, saying that his state will hold a November special election to seek approval of redrawn districts intended to give Democrats 5 more seats. Political analyst Brian Sobel is here. A lot of people have a lot of questions about this, Brian. How likely is Texas to get the 5 seats that they want, and how likely is California to succeed with offsetting Texas's plans?
I think Texas gets the 5 seats, and I think in California, that's quite likely they get the 5 seats. That November 4th election, you have a very Democrat state, very blue state, and I think they will also get the 5 seats. But this redistricting battle is really, really interesting, Austin, because it goes way back in history. A lot of people that I've spoken with really don't grasp the legacy and history of redistricting. But I would share with you the first time that there was a redistricting that affected somebody was in the first Congress in 1789, when the soon-to-be or later-to-be 4th President of the United States, James Madison, was drawn out of a district by one of his fellow founders, Patrick Henry, and so it goes way back, and of course the phrase gerrymandering, and if you talk with the Gary family, they would say it's gerrymandering, but gerrymandering goes back to really the early 1800s when Elbridge Gerry, who was a founder in Massachusetts, drew a district that they likened to a slithering salamander. So this has been going on right since the beginning of our republic.
Live look at Los Angeles on this Thursday evening, 8:22 on the West Coast. If this is the path we're going down, where does it end, Brian? The Associated Press says that leaders from red Florida to blue New York are also threatening to write new maps. It's not only the nation's most populous states that are talking about this, by the way. A document obtained by the AP shows Missouri's state senate received a $46,000 invoice to activate 6 redistricting software licenses and provide training for up to 10 staff members. Brian, slippery slope or just politics? Where does this go?
Both. It's a slippery slope because red states will weigh in, blue states will weigh in, and it's really not good for the republic to have this going on. But you know me, I'm always looking at history for a guide, and redistricting has been going on forever. And by the way, in California, it's been part and parcel of the California legislature before they went to an independent redistricting commission in 2008. So before that time, legislators were drawing these districts, and a very famous member of Congress, Phil Burton, who died after 19 years in office, replaced by his wife. It's the same seat that Nancy Pelosi ended up taking, was a master at drawing these districts to favor Democrats. There's an old joke, but it wasn't really a joke, that he used to sit at a dinner on with a napkin and play around with districts. And some of the districts he came up with were really, as he called them, a work of modern art.
Brian, this all started because President Trump urged Texas Republicans to redraw the maps. Help us understand why this is so important to him. How tight are the GOP's margins in the House?
Well, that's the thing. When you're looking at 2 or 3 seats making the difference, 5 at times, it is important. But The question is redistricting the answer to maintaining a majority in the House of Representatives? But again, history is our guide. This has been going on for a long time. In fact, in Illinois, for our viewers in Illinois, that state has long been a master at drawing districts that favored Democrats. That's what this is all about, is it's drawing districts to maintain majorities in the Congress. And what happens as a practical matter, Austin, is that, like in California, there are 9 members of the House that are Republicans. If you take 5 of those seats away, now you have 4 in a congressional delegation of 52. So it really, really makes a difference. Similarly, in Texas, you would create 5 Republican districts, 5 Democrats have to go away, and this just can become a cascading thing.
So remind us, after Trump won his first election, Democrats then won big in the 2018 midterm, didn't they? Trump got impeached twice by that House, by the way, and it makes it much tougher for a president to carry out their agenda if Congress isn't on their side. What's at stake here, Brian?
Just what you pointed out. We have the midterms coming up in 2026. If the House were to go blue, Democrat, then many of the initiatives that Donald Trump probably hopes he can get through Congress in the last 2 years are stalled. And so there's a lot at stake for the president. And for somebody like Gavin Newsom, who is a presidential precursor at this point, but clearly looks like he's going to make a run, this is where he's trying to take a stand. And I, like a lot of viewers, watched his media conference today, and it's clear that he has his eyes set on a national office.
Brian Sobel, as always, we appreciate your insight. I know you have more news that you're going to be doing with KTVU up there in the Bay Area tomorrow morning. We'll be watching Alaska closely, I know. Hey, have a good night.
Absolutely. Take care, Austin. Have a good night. Yeah.